Workplace diversity, equitable opportunities. These are things that business leaders think about all the time, wanting to be more inclusive and to provide more balance to the economic equation. But as we've been talking to more and more companies in the last several months, it's become clear that this year is unlike any in recent memory. This year is different. The events of 2020 are causing people to truly reflect in a deeper way and explore things differently than they have before. I really believe the private sector is looking for a way to participate in the movement for economic opportunity and to authentically address racial injustice and inequality in the marketplace. We're finding that companies are becoming much more intentional, looking for proactive, innovative ways where they can make a real impact, both for their business as well as in the lives of young people. And to be able to do that locally, here in southeastern Pennsylvania, would be an incredible win-win. But we're also finding that many companies don't know where to start.
For the past 10 years, the Andrell Hicks Jr. Foundation has been building into the lives of underserved youth in the city of Chester, Pennsylvania, through relationship building events and mentoring by high school students from nearby affluent Chester County. These communities are only 20 miles from each other, but couldn't be more culturally and economically different. For 10 years, hundreds of kids from struggling minority communities have joined and participated in our intentional step-by-step programming, beginning in elementary school and running all the way through high school. Because of the Foundation's programming, they're beginning to see opportunities for their futures that might otherwise have been impossible.
This year, our oldest kids are preparing to launch into college, trade school, the military, or begin their careers, and there are so many more just behind them. One of our young ladies, Layla, who's been part of our programming from the very beginning, is now in our launch, college, and career preparatory program.
So when I was introduced to Miss Leslie, I was honestly, she might not have known it herself, but I was overwhelmed thinking of how I would get through this college process. And honestly, I didn't know how I would do it, but she has given me just a set step and a goal. It's amazing to see how I went from being scared of this and to now I'm maybe even thinking of an Ivy League school. So
I've been so fortunate to have some amazing role models and mentors in my life, and this is my chance to give back. And I am so grateful to be on Team Layla. I am just so excited to be a part of her journey to what I see as a really bright and promising future.
Well, I do say that I want to go into architecture, but me and Ms. Leslie have talked about it that I wouldn't be surprised if in 5 years I'm a teacher. So really, I just want to do something for my community, and Andrell Hicks has showed me that be the change that you want to see where you are. So I just truly, whatever it is that I end up doing, I just want to make a change.
This launching pad where Layla and others are a part of is where businesses are discovering real, tangible opportunities to get involved. We've developed some exciting ways for your company to be a rocket booster and provide fuel for these students who are ready to soar. We've opened up our collaborative opportunities through our launch program for authentic mutual benefit. Here's one example. Recently, Will, a friend of the foundation, came to share his engineering career with our launch students.
It was really fulfilling to talk to students about my experiences with engineering and sort of expressing my journey and what obstacles that I faced throughout it. Not only were they seeing an engineer, they were seeing a black engineer, a black male engineer. So the value that they got from me being there is to be able to ask the tougher questions, more candid questions, like how much do you make, have you experienced any type of discrimination or racism there? How do you deal with just the difference of backgrounds and expectations and cultural expectations at that? The thing about the political and racial climate we live in is that the reality is that tangible things need to be applied in order for this to actually work, for change to actually exist. It does take some sacrifice to really make some change, and that comes with providing your time, providing opportunities, providing information that normally people wouldn't have. You have to understand the obstacles they're facing. They're facing the fact that they're told that this is something that they might not be able to pursue. It seems like a lofty goal for them. You'd be surprised, those people that come from those hardships, those trenches, those wind up being the most productive people. You're the mentor, you're the person that they see that, okay, I want to be like this person when I grow up. And that's the potential impact that any staff or any leader can have for these type of students.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We've created 3 specific ways that your company can make an incredible difference here, locally. Any of these opportunities can be transformative to the lives of minority students, as well as open up new opportunities for diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging inside your corporate culture.
Number 1, we invite you to share information about your industry with our students. Send a speaker like Will to one of our launch workshops and talk about the career paths available in your industry.
Number 2, you could offer internships or mentorships to provide invaluable and practical real-world training based on your expertise. We'll take care of all the details for an easy, fun, and transformative experience that might even create a smooth pathway for them into your company or industry.
And number 3, your company can sponsor a scholarship for one of our graduating seniors. Funding college or vocational school scholarships for our Chester seniors is an amazing way to show support for their continued learning.
One of our partners named Randy has a great perspective on coming alongside these students, both personally and professionally.
Most strong organizations have started to have conversations internally or talking about ways that we as an organization, we as a community, can do things differently or participate more to provide for social equity and social justice. I think that there's been a lot of eye-opening that's occurred. Helping people understand and realize that something that they didn't even know they were doing could handicap someone from their ability to be able to move upward, say within a corporation. I think it's important that a lot of the organizations and individuals are having these conversations. It's easy just to pull out the corporate checkbook and write a check, but I think where you have more power is getting your employees involved. And supporting organizations like the Andrew Hicks Foundation, I think, is a great way, for people to start. Once you've experienced it, you realize how important it is, how critical it is, and it becomes more than just a corporate responsibility.
This year really is different. We're all being challenged in unprecedented ways. But positive change comes from challenge, and the challenges that our students have overcome throughout their lives have positioned them to be agents of change in their communities and in the world.
We're excited to have you join us for an incredible mutual benefit as we help these students launch into the next exciting stage of their lives. I'm looking forward to personally talking with you soon.